Alberta's premier all smiles Thursday as she inked a historic deal with the Prime Minister. The agreement to pursue a new pipeline to BC, also encouragement, she says, for Alberta and Canada to stay together.
We addressed 7 out of the 9 bad laws that I'd put on the table to, I think, what will be the satisfaction of Albertans.
The deal includes an immediate suspension of federal clean electricity regulations, changes to a tanker ban, and a commitment to not bring in an oil and gas emissions cap. Instead, there will be an increase to Alberta's industrial carbon tax and a plan to reduce methane emissions. Also, both governments will finance and build, along with oil companies, the world's largest carbon capture system called Pathways.
The equivalent of taking more than 90% of the cars and trucks off the roads here in Alberta in the first phase.
I don't know that the Prime Minister would have agreed to a new bitumen pipeline without Pathways, and we wouldn't have agreed to Pathways without a new bitumen pipeline.
The agreement also paves the way for more electricity interties between provinces and new nuclear and AI data center projects. All of this a huge victory for Danielle Smith ahead of the UCP AGM this weekend in Edmonton, says this political scientist.
She is going to claim that she has changed public opinion in Canada and changed Mark Carney because of her diplomatic efforts and because of her threats. And I think she's got a case to be made there. But I think more importantly, she was pushing against an open door. And really, it's the transformation of Canada as a result of Donald Trump.
Okay, that's it. My work's done for today.
But there is still much to do before any pipe can be laid, including getting the support of BC Premier David Eby and Indigenous communities out west. Some First Nations leaders say they will not support an end to a tanker ban, and they were not properly consulted by Canada.
There needs to be full partnership, including equity ownership, substantial economic benefits with First Nations.
Smith says she spoke to Eby Thursday morning.
May not be in agreement with everything that is in this proposal, but we're going to have trilateral talks to make sure that we can move forward on the elements in this plan.
Alberta's NDP leader applauded the deal and says he's also spoken to Eby to try to understand his objections.
Now, I think you do have to work with people. I do think you do have to try and address their concerns. But at the same time, it's important to remember that it is federal government jurisdiction.
One thing this deal does not include any private companies willing to build and own a new pipeline. Smith says she's confident that will happen now because the laws are more favorable for investment. But Carney says if no companies step up with big bags of cash, there will be no pipeline. Reporting from the legislature, Sean Amato, City News.